hope you had a great Valentine's weekend, and also for some of you, a bit of a holiday, a longer weekend. And welcome to another Lead In with Lorne. So great to have you here. And this time I want to talk to you about the power of rethinking, the power of and importance of relearning. And I was inspired to talk about that as I'm reading Adam Grant, who's a well-known author and organization psychologist from Wharton. And he's written a number of books. I love them all. His latest one, and just released in February, is Think Again, The Power of Knowing What You Don't Know. And in it, Grant has a number of analogies, and I'm just starting to go through the book. But right in the very beginning, he talks about these incredible, brave women and men who fight wildfires and who fight these horrific forest fires that, you know, have really been extra challenging these last few years. And the Forest Service, or whatever the organization is, did a study of the unfortunate incidences where wild firefighters had lost their lives. And you can go to the book for the exact details, but the essence of it is that there are quite a number of them that when they had to reposition themselves or had to scramble for safety, because these people are so brave, they go right into the fire typically, as opposed to moving away from it, but sometimes they have to. And at those times when the fire behaves so dramatically and causes so much radical change to their context, they got to get the heck out of there. The amazing thing is the number of people that, upon investigation, that lost their lives because they ran with their equipment on. They could not, for whatever reason, they did not shed their equipment. So they're running with very heavy backpacks on and with chainsaws or shovels or you name it. And you have to ask yourself, why, when you know that all you really now are, frankly, you've got to get the heck out of there to save your life, would you not just shed your equipment? And of course, there's interesting psychology behind that, but part of it is that because these wonderful heroes have been taught to absolutely, the equipment is everything to them, for not only to put the fire out, but to protect themselves and their teammates. And then Garrett and I were having a great conversation about it. It's amazing how powerful things like knowing that you're responsible for that chainsaw, and you probably had to sign 3 requisition forms. And in your head, you're probably going, I'm not going to lose that damn chainsaw. I'm going to have to fill out enough forms to go and, and obviously you wouldn't be necessarily consciously thinking about that when you're running for your safety, but it could be so ingrained in your head that it could just get in the way. Look, all around us right now, there will continue to be massive exponential change. Whether it's more things that happen in the external environment, like black swan events and this horrible C word that we've been putting up with for the last year and a bit, or massive other exponential change that will cause us to have to step back and rethink. So we want to learn fast, but we have to also unlearn. They go together. And that's why it's so important to have an environment where we honor respectful challenge. We embrace it. We want conditions for it to flourish so that people feel like they can present another view, and we are open to another view. So we've got to kick the boundaries out of these swim lanes and echo chambers that we find ourselves in, where we get our confirmation confirmed for us, our biases confirmed for us. We need to think again. We need to sharpen up our ability to learn fast, but also to unlearn fast as well. Rethink. You've heard me say that when hanging around the Google people, that they have a view that a change in perspective sometimes actually means a change in IQ, literally. And so, I haven't finished Grant's book yet. I'd encourage you to look at it and read it. Always does good stuff. He always brings evidence behind his thinking. And that's part of the journey we're all on, right? Learn fast, but also to be much more intentional about unlearning, and what we had to understand what we need to do to create that within ourselves. Now, and in that same spirit, that all of us need to be the change that we want to see happen. So we lead from where we are. So whether you have a team or you want to just sharpen your own ability to continue to contribute in an optimized way, practice the cognitive sort of rebooting that needs to go on, so that you might think again and you might relearn something. I'm going to work at it. Lots of work to do. I hope that inspires you this week. Hope you reach out for Grant's book. I think you'll like it. But I hope you'll just poke away at this notion of learning and unlearning, rethinking. Thanks. You help us rethink all the time. How might we be better at creating great cultures, improve our ability to lead, create better conditions of belonging, to get more meaningful results that are important to our purposes? Thank you, and bye for now, and hope to see you again. Join us on our socials as always, and see you next Monday.